What's good, everyone? You already know the vibes. Welcome back to another video. Ooh, today's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. K-Tune K1 Street coilovers that I'm gonna be putting on the 8th gen. I already opened the box and everything, so got the front strut here and the rear is here. Literally been waiting so long to put this on. I had this for like almost a year now, but like living in Ontario, all the snow that causes the rust to seize and everything. Yeah, man, it wasn't fun. All the bolts are seized. So, the best way to take them out is actually using a torch. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And I'll actually show you guys how to torch everything. Cause like, I've been on so many YouTube videos trying to figure out how to do it. And there's not that many videos out there that show how to like torch a bolt free from a coilover or like from the strut. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to torch everything and take the bolts free without having to destroy them. Already got the car up and jacks and everything, and all I gotta do is basically just torch the shit out of the bolt. So yeah, let's get it. Now this is my little torch kit right here. Got this for like $20 and the bottle was like $20, so it was like $40 together. So yeah, this is pretty much all you need. Take the lid off, you put this on top, screw it on, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so you basically pop the hood, take the fronts off. There's this weather thing right here, you pull it out, plastic piece. You pull this out. Brett. Okay, you pull that out, and then you can see the strut bolts are right here. There's 1, 2, and then 3 in the back. You just use the ratchet and unscrew those. Alright, so I got my 14mm right here, 14mm bolts, and then I got this extension for more leverage. Alright, so I loosened the bolts in there. Now for the struts, well, you can kind of tell everything's rusty, that's why I'm going to be using a torch. Well, basically there's this bolt here, which is a 19 and a 19, and then there's this bolt right here. If your car was normal, you wouldn't have a zip tie, but I do. But basically this is the ABS line that's zip tied for some reason. It's missing a plastic piece, so if you have a zip tie, cut it out of the way. If you don't have a zip tie and there's a clip, just unpry the clip, move this away from the strut. Alright, so for this, pretty straightforward. You just turn it on like that, and you can hear the gas come out. Then you click this button and the flames will come out. You adjust this, basically just point it at the thing. Alright, here's the OEM strut, the K-Tune one. You can already tell the K-Tune one is like max height right now, like the highest it can be, and it's already like 2-3, like around 4 inches smaller than the OEM strut. So just installing this would lower your car, but you know us, we gotta go dumb. I think for now, since I'm still waiting on the wheels, I'm not gonna drop it too much. I'm just gonna measure 3 inches from here to here. That should be fine for now. But the OEM strut, K-Tune strut, this shit's so beautiful, I can't even lie. Alright, so here's the K-Tune strut. This is just the front strut right now. The preload on this is already set. When you buy new coilovers, the preload does already come preset, so you don't need to touch any of these. These 2 rings, you don't need to touch for sure. And this ring is the lock ring. You use this to adjust the height. So what I'm gonna do is measure from the start of this ring to this ring. I'm gonna do 3 inches. So like that. Alright, so before I tighten everything, I'm actually gonna add some lube. So just in case you want to move it back and forth, it doesn't get rusted or anything and it stays in place.
It rotates stuff.
Like this? Oh.
It'll still rotate, don't worry about that. A little bit more.
Just recording your hand. Like everything's dark. Like I only see your hand moving.
You gotta talk over it.
We only use original Honda parts. None of that fake shit. The whole car is a fake type car. Alright, so he came by, helped me out. Like always. It's actually pretty light work.
I did all of it.
Chill out. So there's 3 screws here, or bolts here, that we put on. And then there's one here, which was a 19. Another 19 here, and there was a 12 here. That was pretty much it. And the K-Tune one are sitting pretty. Same with them.
Second, what?
What?
What'd you say?
What? Alright, let's go.
This guy's about to scream.
How close was that?
So
Not
close.
even?
Go look at the video, bro.
Really?
Bro, you were
Dude, I
like
gotta
so
see this.
close.
The next day.
Alright, so this is day 2 now. It got too dark, so I couldn't really film anything. So I just waited till the next day so I can actually show you guys what we did. So last night we finished both fronts and one of the rear. So I just have to work on one more rear right now. I was just waiting so I can actually like show you guys everything properly. Maybe give you guys some tips and tricks along the way. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for you guys to do it yourself, because I know there's so many like coilover videos out there that I personally watched and they kind of didn't help me at all, especially with the K-tuned ones. There's literally no video. I've been on the internet searching, even trying to find like a guide to help me out, but no. That's why we did one side already. So for the other side, I can just kind of run through quickly how I did it. So yeah, hopefully this helps. But I'm about to start on the rear just right now. Right, to access the rear strut, you actually have to take this liner out, and then you can see the strut bolt right here. This bolt is 14, and you actually have to use an Allen key to hold this in place so you can unbolt the 14mm bolt right here. So after taking that bolt off, you come here to the rear side. There's one bolt just right here, and this is for the rear strut. There's only one bolt, and then the springs are just right there. So first you want to take these bolts off, and to reduce the tension, what you want to do is actually use a jack and jack it up a little bit so it reduces the tension. This bolt is like completely gone, so I'm going to use the torch once again and torch that bolt, and it should come out easy. Alright, so now I got the bolt out. I just dropped the jack, let this fall down, and then I should be good to take the strut out. The next thing you gotta do is take the spring out. There's two ways you can do this. One way is by actually removing this control arm bolt. Once you remove that, this whole column will basically just drop and you can just pull it out easily. If the bolt doesn't come out, for me, it's not coming out and I don't want to play with it, you can actually get someone to step on the whole column, and then you can kind of wiggle this and pull it out. And there's also another way which you can do. You can actually just cut the spring. I don't have anyone with me, so I'm actually just gonna cut the spring using a Dremel. But only do this if you know 100% that you're not gonna need the spring. Alright, so there you go. I just made a little cut on the spring right here. So the spring's loose. All I gotta do is just use some paper wire, just pry it out, and then it should come out. Actually, here's the comparison: OEM springs, OEM rear struts compared to the K-tuned ones and the K-tuned struts. You can already tell this is so much smaller, literally half the size of what this one is, and then the strut's also a lot smaller. So just putting those alone, like I said, even on the fronts, just putting these alone with the highest adjustment should automatically lower it. Also, you see how dirty all this stuff is? I would recommend you guys cleaning first before you put anything down. All the bolts and everything, make sure you lube it up, and yeah, that should be it. And I'll show you guys how I install the new struts. Alright, so for these K-tuned ones, I actually did this wrong the first time. So you see how flat these are? Like this side is flat and this side is curvy. So the flat side actually goes on this right here. So it would sit like this. And then this is actually the top. So it would go like here. My dumbass, what I did, I actually thought it went here, so I left it here, and I'm like, this doesn't look right. This is all like wobbling and everything. So yeah, this actually goes on top, and then the flat side of the spring goes on top like that. And then the only thing you actually need to reuse from the OEM thing is this rubber piece right here. Once you put it in, it actually like sits flush like that. You see how flush it looks? And then you basically just line up these 3 holes with the holes on this. Alright, so this bolt is in, the strut's in, springs are locked in. I actually replaced all the new hardware, and I also added anti-seize on everything. Alright, so the wheels are back on. I'm gonna drop it and see how the fitment's looking. Ooh, god damn, that shit looks good. It looks good. Alright, so now I'm not staying on these wheels, so the ride height doesn't really matter with these wheels on right now. These are 16s, and my new wheels that are going to be coming in soon are actually 18s. So I just wanted to install the coils for now. I'll play around with the camber and adjust everything later on, but for now it's tucked with the 16s. When the wheels come in, I'll readjust everything according to the wheels. It should sit flush with the new setup that I'm going to be running. It's too dark out right now, so I can't really show you everything properly. So I'm going to just continue this video in the morning tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next morning, and I'm just looking at the car right now, and it's actually like kind of jokes because the rears are like completely dumped. and then the fronts are kind of still high. So if you look at my car, it's not that noticeable, but if you look into it properly, you can tell that my car is kind of tilted. So my car is kind of just like sitting like this, and it's kind of funny to look at it right now. Obviously I'm gonna fix it, but I think I'm just gonna wait for my wheels to come in so I can do it all at once, because I'm just tired of removing my wheels, putting it back on. I've been doing that for like the past 2 weeks now. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain it to you guys. Like, I can just show you. Now here's the rears, right? Looks super low. You can barely see the tires, and I got like 1 finger gap. And then here are the fronts. Looks pretty low, but it's actually like 2 fingers. It's not too noticeable until like you really look at it. But yo, it's actually sitting super clean right now. Like, the rear diffuser makes it look even more low. It got a little bit of camber, but that's just like how it came. I didn't really play around with the camber or anything. It's nice, man.